50 here, back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at my second Graygarden build. This build is based upon the premise that the robots are running things here. We hear that a lot from NPCs in the Commonwealth. So we've built a resort and hotel themed with Nuka World, run by robots. Right, there we go. So that's our Graygarden build from a distance. We've used both elevations to build on. The mods that we've used are USO, the Unlocked Settlement Objects suite of mods, STS, which is Scrap That Settlement, and we've got STS Dead Bodies one as well. I think it's called Living and Dead. QWAPA, which is a Place Anywhere mod. Settlements Extended, which just makes the size a little bit bigger. Freemaker for making stuff, and Settler Sandbox expansion to hopefully help with settler movement. So right in front of us here you can see we've got one defense tower. This covers the spawn point where I am now, and we can just see in the very distance there on top of the skyway through the tower, you can just see a robot dangling in the air there. That's Jezebel. They're supposed to be assigned to a job, but they've decided to go off and have a bit of explore instead. So we'll take a little trip up to the top of the tower. The tower has got heavy laser guns on it and a couple of spotlights. I would imagine as we go through the tour the day will progress and we will get to see it in night time. If not, I will just sleep for an hour or two and wait till it's night time so we can see it at night lit up as well. So going to the top of our tower here, this tower was constructed with the warehouse build set. You can get a nice view of the two elevations. So we've got a main elevation at the top, which is the hotel and resort, and then we've got a Nuka cafe underneath, and then down in front of you there, that concrete building is the water, and then our elevator and main entrance down there. So going through the greenhouse first, we haven't done much with the greenhouse apart from exchange out some of the empty planters for planters with food in. We've left it as is. Apart from that, the robots have predetermined paths, so we can't really move or put the food in a different configuration because they won't tend it. They will just look like they're tending thin air. Excuse me. Can't see much from this end. Got the sun in our face there. So this is our water treatment plant, and inside here we have a land-based water condenser. This is added by the Unlocked Settlement Objects mod, and that provides water for our settlement here. And we've got further turrets on the top of the water tower itself. On the back of this ground floor building, we've also got a line of laser turret defences because there's a spawn point just down there. So this settlement is reasonably well defended. In fact, just before I came here, there'd been a raid, and all 4 raiders had been killed before I managed to get here. We've disposed of the bodies. So in our first roller shutter door here, we've got our power for down here, which is the powering the elevators and powering all of the defences. We've got a clear weather switch. This will let off a clear weather shell, and this one is lets off a rain shell just in case we wanted to show it while it's raining. Sometimes it's funny, one of the head gardener's robots will say it hasn't rained in a while, so I like to go and put the rain on. As you can see, this is where the workbench sits, and we've used the we've used the scrap that settlement mod to get rid of the yellow machinery and stuff that's around the workbench normally, and then we've encased it in a barn, retextured barn build set, which is provided by unlocked settlement objects. I'm fastidious about closing the doors afterwards. And having a quick view from this side, so you can see the elevator goes all the way up. The first one goes up to the first elevation, and the second elevator goes up to the top. Sounds like we're just about to get a rad storm, so I'm going to let it develop a little bit and then we'll go and let a clear weather shell off. Yeah, it's getting mouldy, so we'll let a clear weather shell off. That'll clear the weather up. Right, back to sunshine. Now we're going to take a elevator up to the first elevation, which is the 4th floor. And we're going to pass directly through this elevator and go and have a look at the Nuka World Cafe on this elevation. So we've used the warehouse foundations to provide ourselves with a nice flat surface to build upon, and the actual cafe itself is made from the Slocum Joe brick work set, which is a Creation Club mod, if you want to call it a mod. So we have our Nuka-Cola power armor here. I haven't gone and got the quantum armor yet, but at some point I will probably do that. And then we've got a little terrace along here. Kate's just having a wander around. Hello there, Kate. Oh no, it's Piper. I have them both here. I can't remember how I've dressed them. And then in the end here we've got another two. These are unlocked settlement objects generators. They only generate 50 power each, not 100 power each, I think. Actually, no, my mistake. They are the genuine article. So they provide the power for the lighting on this level, and all the power for the next level up. It's more power than we need, but you know, you might as well build it over if you're going to build it. Excuse me. Right, so going in the main entrance, obviously Nuka themed, so we've got our Nuka branding and merchandise everywhere. So we've got a lounge on this side. This is the Creation Club Nuka-Cola collector set. Gives us some nice furniture to put in, and some branded lights, table lamps and mats. And then obviously you know, a little bathroom, because you'd have a little bathroom here. And then we've got our we've glitched in a bar here, so Mrs. Nukabot is serving us from the bar, and Mr. Sodabot is taking care of the sodas here, and we've obviously glitched in here a Slocum Joe's coffee station as well. And then we've just provided with some Nuka-Cola branded seating all the way down this side. And Nuka-Cola display in the middle with Nuka-Cola products, and some Nuka-Cola bins and mats and everything, just to make it look, you know, like it's very Nuka-Cola. So that's our little Nuka-Cola cafe. The lighting here is a Slocum Joe light, if you were wondering. Right, we're going to go and take the elevator up to the next elevation now. Actually, I don't think we will. We will take the stairs up. I put these stairs in here to allow settlers to be able to travel from one elevation to another. Settlers will spawn in where there are things for them to do, so I've deliberately not put any chairs or beds or workbenches that they can use down at ground level. The robots will spawn down there, but the settlers will stay up here. So this will allow the settlers to move from the Nuka-Cola Cafe up to the main resort. They're not able to use the elevator unassisted. So on our top deck here we've got some decorative telescopes. So you'd imagine in a resort that somebody would come up and want to put their their money in the telescope and have a look over and have a good view of the vista. And then this is our main entrance to our resort. So we have a hotel, a menagerie and an arcade, and this outdoor gaming area with some shops as well. So we've just provided 3 shops. These are level 4 shops, but I've used the Raider style shop instead of the counter. I wanted to give it the look of a sort of oldie worldy gift shop type affair that you might find at a resort. So there we go, we've got our general trader, and we've got our clothing, and we've got a clinic that will provide us with first aid if we hurt ourselves while we're at the resort. And then we've got some gaming machines over here, the Red Menace Whack-A-Mole or Whack-A-Commie. What is it? Whack-A-Commie, yeah. Atomic rollers and the hoop shot, and then a broken down pinball machine. So having a look in here, this is our little arcade. So we've got plenty of opportunity to relieve our guests of their money with the one-arm bandits and the gaming machines here. Now, because there are robots here, we'll never get 100% happiness. So I've not built it as an efficiency build. There aren't even enough beds for everybody because, funnily enough, the robots require a bed for settlement, but they never use them. So, anyway, there we go. So this is our little our little arcade, and we've got one of our settlers doing a weird Han Solo glitch through the wall thing there. I think that's quite entertaining. And then down the middle here we have our menagerie. Now, a menagerie is it's a collection of animals usually, but it can also include other things. So we have got a collection of Nuka-Cola outfits and a couple of other outfits as well here. And then we have some animals in cages here. We've got a gorilla. Hello. And we've got some sort of two-headed monstrosity over there. Can't remember what it's called. And then we've got another one here with longer horns in black. We've got some rabbits. Rabbits actually will provide happiness. Now, these animals weren't caught. They were added in with the Unlock Settlement Objects mod that will allow you to add in creatures, and these are the ones I found that stayed in place. I did try some other animals, but they tended to get out of the cages somehow. And then we've got our lone wolf here. Hello, buddy. The end here is just a vault management system and a chemistry station and another clear weather station. So this again, if we trigger this, it will let off a clear weather shell. That'll just ensure that we keep good weather for the rest of the tour. So here's our settlers. They've all got the same garb on. Deacon is here as well. I've got Deacon here, and we've got there we go, Kate all in black. But this is our hotel. Again, it's staffed by Mr. Handy, and it's got some Nuka themed cases and trunks there. And then going up to the actual accommodation, so we've got a little lounge area here which looks down over the resort. These items are from the Neon Flats build set, which is Creation Club. and you know, we can see down into the into the area there, which is quite nice. A couple of benches for workbenches up here. Now I've put the workbenches up here because I want the settlers to stay up at this level or the one underneath. I don't want them being at ground level. Along here we've got 3 shower rooms, kitted out with a sink and a little vanity and a shower and a toilet. So we've got 3 of those, and then we've got 3 single rooms on this side. That's our single rooms on this side. They've got a nice view over the Commonwealth there, but the better quality rooms are on the other side. Little gym equipment here just to try to keep our happiness up a little bit. So some weights there and pommel horse, and then we've got some Vault-Tec cycle machines. Now 3 of the settlers are assigned to these. In the daytime they will cycle, of a night time they do their own thing. And then on this side we've got 3 more single rooms, but these are, we would count as premium single rooms because they have a much better view. And then we have our 3 double rooms with the Art Deco double bed in. So this is where our top flight guests, our VIP guests, would stay. So that's the resort from this level, and then finally we have our lookout, which is a little open area on the top that I've built. So the guests can come up here and have a little look out over the Commonwealth, unrestricted by glass. Again, we've got some more telescopes here. We would imagine that they would be spending some time looking out over Boston itself, you know, and seeing what's going on. That's one of our clear weather mortars there. That's the one that's triggered by the switch in that little room in the menagerie. And obviously a bit of benching up here as well for people to look out. Now obviously from a distance that hasn't fully rendered in. The nearer we get, we will see that fully renders in. Right, let's go back down. I think what we'll do now is we will just make our way down to ground floor so we can see the resort lit up from the outside at night time. Starting to get a few stars out now, and I think we'll ride the elevator down all the way. Okay, we'll go and get a little bit of elevation and have a little look from a distance at night time where it's all lit up. So as you can see, it's quite pretty at night. Put a lot of purple lighting in using the cycling colour light, which is in the miscellaneous section of the power section, I believe. We've got plenty of food here, so we've got all the basics that we need for settler happiness. But obviously, because we've got a lot of robots here, we'll never achieve high happiness. I think the best I've achieved is it's about 75, which I thought was pretty good all in all. Anyway, there we go. That is my Graygarden Nuka-Cola resort and hotel, run by robots with a few human settlers as guests for the hotel. So I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have enjoyed this content, please leave me a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It'll give me motivation to carry on making build videos for Fallout 4. I've been LD50, you've been lovely, so we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.